guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun white trips weak. Pros X go. On one. Ready? Ready.
What up though, guys? Welcome to another Ask Boogz video here on the HuddleGG YouTube channel. In this video, shout out to my guy George Gibbs, who asked a question about personnel grouping or audibles. He said, "Hey Boogz, great video. Can you talk about different audible formations for different personnel groups?" All right, George Gibbs. So I'm assuming that you're trying to understand how the personnel groups in the audibling system works. So we're going to do a quick breakdown of how all this stuff works. But before we do any of that, make sure you guys check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Bugatti That's where I stream live on my Twitch channel. That's my Twitch channel. Also check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Boogz as well. But let's get in this video. So basically the way the personnel group and the audible formations work is basically like this. Whatever personnel you have set is what you will be able to audible to. So let's just go to personnel for a second. So if you have 3 receivers in your game, 1 tight end and 1 running back, then those are the different personnel groups you'll be able to audible between. So that'll be all these different formations here. These are all the 3-1-1 sets. And then same for if you only have 3 tight ends and 2 running backs, you'll only be able to audible to goal line formations. So you can come out in any formation you want, and you can really kind of just audible to a formation based on the personnel you have on the field. So you can change the personnel 2 different ways. You can change the personnel by subbing, doing the formation subs. So once you get to a formation, let's say the formation you like to come out in is Y trips offset weak. You can come out into this formation here, hit RB on Xbox or R1 on PlayStation, and you can start changing formation. So at wide receiver, you can put tight ends, running backs, and receivers. And then at tight end, you can sub in tight ends, tackles, and linebackers. Also, you can sub in fullbacks as well, but the Bears do not have a fullback in their lineup, so I can't sub a fullback in there. Or you can mess around with the packages. So you do that by going through your packages with your right stick, and different packages will get you there. So like this package right here, halfback wide out. So now you see on the left side, you have number 32. You have a running back at wide receiver. And then you also have a running back at running back. So that's 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and 1 tight end. So that means you'll be able to audible to sets like I-form close, I-form slot, flex, whatever formations like that. So what I personally like to do if I'm planning out like audibling through personnel groupings, I like to do things that are like symmetrical and audible fast. So let's just use this for example. I've already set this one up. So I got fullback wing in the wing stack formation. So let's say you like the wing stack formation and you want to come out in this formation here as your main offense, and then you want to have things to audible to with it. I like to have things that audible to it fast and that are similarly aligned. So you're coming out in this formation. We have 2 running backs because we have a fullback at tight end, the fullback wing. And really, because like I said earlier, the Bears don't have a fullback. What I had to do was, and I'll show you guys here, go to the depth chart. I had to start a halfback. And so Cordarrelle Patterson is starting right now at fullback for us. So once I go to the package, it puts him at the tight end spot. That's him, number 84 on the far right. It puts him there. So then we can audible to all of the sets that have 2 running backs, a tight end, 2 receivers. So weak pro, split. So like what I like to do is I want to audible to sets that are similar alignment. So you see how we have the 2 receivers to the left side of the field. You have your slot and your X guy. So then you got I-form slot flex. What others? So those are the formations that you can audible to. So Me personally, I would design the offense around split slot and then the slot flex, the I-form slot flex. And so you'll see when we come out in the wing stack, I'll just pick a formation or pick a play. So now when you come out in this formation, you see we got Cordero Patterson at tight end. So now we can audible down. Boom. It's a quick audible. Doesn't take long. You don't have guys audibling and moving all over the field like they would if I audible to this. Now that receiver got to go all the way across the field. It takes longer to audible to a formation like this because now he has to go far to the opposite side of the field. Whereas with the audible down to the I-form flex, it was a quick audible down, and so you can really kind of audible to the set that you want to audible to really fast and really kind of catch your opponent off guard, because that's really one of the biggest things about audibling to different formations. You want to be able to catch your opponent off guard, and you don't want to allow them too much time to be able to adjust to whatever you're going to call. So that's the way I would do it if I'm planning on setting up my personnel groups, or when I'm planning on, when I like to audible to different formations, I like to audible to formations that are aligned similar. That way I can make sure that once I audible to it, it's a fast alignment or a fast audible. That way I can go ahead and get set as fast as possible. So if I were doing this, for example, it would be wing stack to split slot and wing stack to I-form slot flex. You see how quick those audibles are. The receivers don't have to travel all the way across the field, and then you can just go ahead and go and get the offense going just like that. So once again, my name is Boogz. Hopefully this explains the audible and the personnel grouping and how it works, but also hopefully it gives you a kind of just a glimpse inside of my mind and how I like to approach offense and how I like to approach audibling within my offense. And hopefully this can kind of fast track you and get you going, get you guys going, and get your offense ready to go and for years to come, not just in this Madden, but in Madden 22 as well and beyond.